All glories to Srila Prabhupada Guru Maharaj. Thank you for joining the call. One minute. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada Guru Maharaj. This is Manidhar Das. And today we are very fortunate. We have His Grace Hari Gopal Das Prabhu from Govardhan Eco Village, Mumbai. And Prabhuji is going to enlighten us on the topic of Sri Vaman Dvadashi, appearance day of Lord Vaman Dev. Hare Krishna, Hari Gopal Das Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada Guru Maharaj. You may take over the call when you are ready. Hare Krishna, Prabhu, are you there? Actually, looks like he joined and then he got disconnected.
You want me to call him, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Oh, he joined again. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Hari Gopal Prabhuji. Dhanva Pranam. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yes,
Am I
Prabhu.
audible?
Yes, Prabhu, you are audible now. Yes.
Okay.
You may take over the
Om
call.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chai.
Not audible, Prabhuji. Your voice is breaking.
We can't hear you, Prabhuji. Hari Gopal Prabhu.
ज्ञानाञ्जन शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादा सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी ऋषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। So today is a very auspicious day. Today is the appearance day of Lord Vamanadev, and today is also the appearance day of Srila Jiva Goswami. So we will try to discuss about the appearance of Lord Vamanadev from the Srimad Bhagvatam. Although in the 8th canto of the Srimad Bhagvatam, Shukdev Goswami around 7 to 8 chapters in detail is speaking about this episode of what led to the appearance of Lord Vamanadev. So, whatever time we have, we'll try to discuss in brief from the 8th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. So, in the 8th canto of the 15th chapter, this episode begins where Parikshit Maharaj is asking two questions to Shukdev Goswami. Parikshit Maharaj is asking, the Supreme Lord is the supreme proprietor of everything. Bhagavan, he has all wealth, knowledge, strength, fame, beauty, renunciation. So, who is Bhagavan, who is filled with six opulences? Why the Lord is begging from Bali Maharaj? Like a poor man, why is the Lord begging? And then, second question with Parikshit Maharaj is asking, why did the Lord, even after receiving whatever he wanted, why did he arrest Bali Maharaj? What the Lord wanted, Bali Maharaj gave. Why did the Lord arrest? So these two questions asked by Parikshit Maharaj led to this 7-8 chapters of Shukdev Goswami discussing about Bali Maharaj and appearance of Lord Vamandev. So Shukdev Goswami began discussing. Shukdev Goswami said that Shukracharya, he revived Bali Maharaj. When Bali Maharaj, he was brutally hurt in a fight, and Bali Maharaj was very much severely hurt. So at that time, Shukracharya, using all his different kinds of mantras, he revived Bali Maharaj back to life. And from that day onwards, Bali Maharaj was very much grateful to Shukracharya that he has saved my life. And then Bali Maharaj wanted to conquer Indra's kingdom. So all these descendants of Shukracharya, they performed this very powerful yajna known as Vishwajit Yajna. So that through performance of this Vishwajit Yajna, Bali Maharaj becomes very powerful so that he can attack Indra. So the entire focus begins here, wherein Bali Maharaj, the demons want to attack Indra, they need sufficient strength. And Shukracharya and his team of Brahmanas, they are helping Bali Maharaj in performing this Vishwajit Yajna. So from this Yajna that was performed from the fire of the Yajna, there came this very beautiful chariot with yellow horses and a flag which was marked with lion and a bow and two quivers filled with arrow and a armor which is like very celestial. So from the all these things they appeared from the yajna, and Bali Maharaj also received a garland from whom? From his grandfather Prahlad Maharaj, and his guru Shukracharya also gave him a conch shell. So Bali Maharaj was very much happy that he has received the blessings of the Brahmanas, and from this yajna he has received all these powerful gifts. So Bali Maharaj was now ready to attack the Swargaloka. So many times people feel, at least before we came to Krishna consciousness, I don't know how many of y'all had heard, but at least in India, from childhood, I have been hearing that after death, the best place to go in order to have a peaceful life is Swarga. Swargavas, so and so person, Swargavasi. That's how they write. That so and so person went to Swarga. So people feel that going to Swarga means no more anxiety, no more tension. Life is full of chill. Life is full of bliss. But after I read Srimad Bhagavatam, after I came to Krishna consciousness, especially by reading these sections of the Srimad Bhagavatam and what we hear from Bhagavad Gita, this wrong misconception which I had, which many of you might have also had, that Swarga is peace, that is totally hoax, that is totally wrong. Why? Because here we see Bali Maharaj is planning to attack Swarga Loka and give trouble to all the residents, mainly King Indra, since he is the king of the heaven, and all the others. So at that time, here Shukdev Goswami is giving a beautiful description of how this Swarga is. How Swarga, the atmosphere there is very much celestial, very much divine. It is filled with all kinds of orchards, gardens, flowers, fruits, leaves, and beautiful birds are always chirping there, and the beautiful bumblebees are singing there, and the beautiful woman in the Swarga, where we hear about all these Apsaras, Urvashi, Ramba, Menka, and others. See, this woman, they sport in these gardens, and there are also nearby ponds, very clear water, and the ponds are filled with all kinds of swan and all the different beautiful kinds of birds that are there. And then how it is surrounded by the trenches of Ganga water, that is known as Akasha Ganga. And then there are golden doors, marble gate. So this beautiful city of Sarga is constructed by none other than the civil engineer of the demigods, or the architect, whom we know as Vishwakarma. So like that, very beautiful description of the kingdom of Swarga is there. And immediately after this beautiful description of the kingdom of Swarga, suddenly there is a contrast. So that people get to know both the realities. On one end, how beautiful is Swarga, but on another end, how life in Swarga is not always as peaceful as we always think it is. Why? Because suddenly, after the beautiful description of Swarga, immediately here the episode we see that Bali Maharaj is attacking Indra's city, which is team of the demoniac associates from all the directions. Unlimited number of soldiers are entering, and everywhere there is massive fight that is going on. Indra is totally flabbergasted because he never expected suddenly. He was having a very nice time with all the women dancing and a party time going on. And suddenly this sudden attack came. And Indra went to his guru. My dear spiritual master, my dear Brahaspati, please save. Please give me a solution. Why is it that suddenly this demoniac forces have come and attacked? And it seems that we are unable to do anything. So please help me. What should I do? So at that time, Brahaspati tells that, my dear Indra, this is the time which is in favor of the demons. Because Bali Maharaj has pleased his spiritual master, Shukracharya, and received blessings from the Brahmanas, Therefore, now they are undefeatable. Whatever you may try, you cannot defeat. So now time is not in your favor. So you all will have to leave from here. There is no other solution. So important principle. Sometimes in life, in spite of trying everything, but still some things may not work out the way we want. Like here, Indra also. Time is not in our favor. One line answer given by Shukracharya. This is like wisdom given by Brahaspati. Hmm? So many times when we are in difficulty, we may try out this, that, and we may try to go to our spiritual guide, mentor, and they may also give us some solutions like this. But many times, if we don't have faith, we may still keep trying. No, I'll try. I'll become successful. How is it? But here Indra had faith in Brahaspati. Don't try. Time is not in your favor. Just leave and run away. So many times, these instructions are not easy. Don't try. It appears like, oh, am I a eunuch or what? I cannot try, which means what? No. Try and try till you succeed. That is the mantra which the world is teaching. But here, don't try. Time is not in your favor. Wait for the right time when when Bali Maharaj displeases his guru and he will lose the power. Only that time you will be victorious. So that time we see how it doesn't happen. So all the demigods, Indra and others, they all left the heavenly planets. So at that time, the mother of the demigods, Aditi, she becomes very much disturbed. And naturally, why? Because her sons, the demigods, are all shelterless. They don't have a home to stay. So naturally, mother, her soft heart, she's feeling very bad that all my children are shelterless. So mother is also very much disappointed and her face is totally morose. So when Aditi's husband, Kashyapa Muni, comes and sees, as it is said, face is the index of the mind. If someone is mentally unhappy or if someone is in anxiety, immediately on the face it shows up. How much ever we may try to hide within, but face is the index of the mind. You cannot hide, and people can understand. And someone who is very close can easily understand. So here Kashyapa Muni is seeing and he is asking various questions to his wife. The cause of her moroseness. Why she is morose? So he is asking to her, my dear wife, did you not follow dharma, artha, kama, moksha, religion, economic development, then sense gratification, then liberation? So did you fail in following this principle? Or is it that some guest came to the house and you did not receive the guest properly? So in the Vedic culture, like even in the first canto, we see when Arjuna's face is dejected, when Arjuna is unhappy after he came from Dwarka. So Yudhishthir Maharaj is asking series of questions to Arjuna. More or like many of these questions are same. There he is asking 10 questions, and here Kashyapa Muni is asking same question. But there also one question is like someone came for help, you could not take care of the guest properly. Some guest came to your house, or then he's asking that is it that you did not offer proper oblations to the fire? So like that. And then Aditi is replying all the 4 or 5 questions which her husband had asked Kashyapa Rishi very properly. She says that no, whatever I am doing, because I have been especially trained from you, my dear master, I have not neglected to follow all these things. I have taken care of guests nicely. I have followed all the dharma, artha, kama, moksha properly. I have properly worshipped the Supreme Lord through this Yagyapati, through the sacrificial fire. Everything is okay. But one thing which is troubling me a lot is my sons, all the demigods, they are helpless. They are shelterless. My children are all hiding here and there. They are lost their house, Swargaloka. The demons have attacked. So, because of that, I am very much distressed. So, my dear husband, please do something so that my children get back their house. Otherwise, I will not be happy. Then Kashyapa, when he hears from Aditi, at that time, Kashyapa Muni smiles and he tells, oh, alas, alas, how powerful is Lord Vishnu's Maya. Why? Because of which the entire world, everyone is so much caught up in this Sneha Baddham. They are bound by affection. Then one nice verse he tells about bodily relationships. Kwa deho bhautiko natma kachatma prakrite para kasyate pati putradya moha eva hi karanam. So he tells, Kwa deho bhautiko natma. Isn't this body made of the 5 elements? Ka chatma prakrite para. Isn't the soul transcendental to this material world? Kasya ka pati putradya. Then who does husband or the sons belong to? Moha evahi karanam. Only because of illusion that one is caught up with all kinds of material attachments. So now he gives the solution. Okay, my dear wife Aditi, I have understood your problem. Now, my solution is worship the Supreme Lord. Whatever desires you have, like Srimad Bhagvatam says, Akama sarva kamova moksha kama udaradi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. Whether you have no desires, akama or sarva kamova, whether you are filled with material desires, moksha kama, if you want to have liberation, what you have to do? Tivrena bhakti yogena, intensely worship the Supreme Lord. So here Aditi had material desire that my children, they should get their heavens back. So here Kashyapa Rishi advised that worship the Supreme Lord. Upatishtasva Purusham Bhagavantam Janardanam Sarvabhuta Guhavasam Vasudevam Jagadguru. So he tells, Upatishtasva Purusham. My dear Aditi, you worship the Supreme Lord. He is Bhagavantam. Bhagavantam means the Supreme Lord who is filled with 6 kinds of opulences. Janardanam, Jana Ardhanam, which means one who can remove, one who can subdue the enemies. Now you have Bali and his team as the enemy. Lord is Janardana. He can subdue the enemy. Sarva Bhuta Guha Vasam. The Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart. Vasudevam. He is the Supreme Lord who is situated in Shuddha Sattva, Vasudev state. Jagat Guru. He is the spiritual master of the 3 worlds. So, my dear wife, you worship the Supreme Lord, engage in devotional service. And my dear wife, I will give you a process which is known as Payovrata. So, Payovrata process he explains in detail. So, till Dwadashi, for 12 days, you have to drink only milk and then follow this special vrata, which is eventually meant to please the Supreme Lord Vishnu. And if you follow this vrata nicely, then the Supreme Lord will be pleased, and then all your desires of protection to your sons will be fulfilled. And then he gives in detail about how this process has to be followed for 12 days, beginning from Falgun to Dwadashi. You have to worship Supreme Lord Vishnu, you have to drink only milk, and then he explains some mantras which has to be chanted, and in detail about how the Supreme Lord has to be worshipped. Lot of details are there. And Aditi was very much happy. She said that I will put my heart and soul in order to follow this vrata nicely so that I can please the Supreme Lord by following this vow. And then it is explained that this Payo Vrata, Kashyapa Rishi tells that I received this Vrata from Brahma. So when previously Kashyapa Rishi performed this Vrata and he got this knowledge of this Vrata from Brahmaji. So this same knowledge I am sharing with you. My dear wife, you do it very nicely. So this Payo Vrata is known as Sarva Yagya Sarva Vrata. This is sacrifices of all sacrifice and all kinds of vows. And by doing this, one will get benefit of performing all the sacrifices. So at that time, for a specific purpose, this vrata has been given. And for us, the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that vrata or that yajna. So at different times, time, place, circumstances, different processes are given for different things. So like that. So Aditi, as told by her husband, she very meticulously, without even committing one mistake, she followed this vrata very nicely. She began to drink only milk and follow this. And as a result, as promised by her husband, Kashyapa Muni, the Supreme Lord appeared in the four-handed form in front of Aditi. And Aditi, as soon as she got the darshan of the Supreme Lord, she was overwhelmed by total bliss. She was so happy. She started offering dandavats, obeisances again and again and again. She began to fold her hands and she started praying to the Lord. Her eyes was filled with tears while offering prayers. Her hairs were standing on end. Her body was trembling. Her voice was faltering. She was unable to speak because what an experience to see the Supreme Lord in front of the eyes. It was amazing. And she began to offer prayers. My dear Lord, you are Ramapati, you are Yagyapati, you are Jagatpati. Ramapati means you are the husband of goddess of fortune. Yagyapati means the Lord who enjoys all the results of sacrifices. You are Jagatpati, you are the master of the universe. And one verse very beautiful, she speaks about the Lord's holy names. Yagyesha Yagya Purusha Chuta Tirtha Pada Tirtha Shrava Shravana Mangala Namadeya Apanna Loka Vrijino Pashamo Dayadya Samna Kridisha Bhagavan Asidina Natha. My dear Lord, you are Yagyesha, you are the master of sacrifice. Yagya Purusha, you are the personification of sacrifice. You are Achyuta, my dear Lord, you never fail in protecting your devotees. Tirtha Pada, your feet are the shelter of all kinds of holy places. Tirtha Shrava, You are the most famous one. Shravana Mangala. Your name is very auspicious for everyone to hear. Apanna Loka Vrijino Upashamadya. My dear Lord, you come in this material world to destroy the suffering of someone who is surrendered unto you. So I am Deenanath. I am very much fallen, my dear Lord. I am a very poor lady. Please help me. And then she tells that, my dear Lord, this is the way I am going through anxiety. And then the Supreme Lord tells, my dear Aditi, I have already understood why you perform this Payovrata for the past 12 days. I understand your desires that your sons are being deprived of their Swarga and you want them to be restored back into their homes in Swarga. So, therefore, you need my help. So, my dear Lord, I have heard your request. My dear mother, I am going to personally come as your son. So, don't disclose this to anyone that I am going to enter your womb very soon and I'll do the needful. So, please cast away all the anxiety that you have in your mind. Please become happy. Please become jolly. And very soon things will be done. So that's how Lord gave full protection and shelter to Aditi, who was going through a lot of mental disturbances. And then, as promised, the Supreme Lord entered the womb of Aditi. And at that time, Lord Brahma and all the Brahmaji comes, and like in 10th cant also we have Garbha Stuti, when the Supreme Lord is present in the womb of Devaki. At that time, Brahmaji and everyone comes to worship Mother Devaki. And Devaki is shining effulgently. And all of them, they come and do parikrama, circumambulation. So here also the same thing. Brahmaji comes along with his associates, and all of them, they are doing circumambulation and offering their prayers to the Supreme Lord. Namaste Prishni Garbhaya. My dear Lord, Prishni Garbhaya, I offer my obeisances to you. You appeared in Prishni's womb before. Veda Garbhaya Vedase. You reside in the Vedas. Trinabhaya Triprishtaya. The three worlds, they reside in your navel. Triprishtaya, you are transcendental to the three worlds. Shipi Vishtaya Vishnave. And you reside in the hearts of all living entities. So, in this way, very beautifully, Brahmaji comes and offers prayers to the Supreme Lord, while Supreme Lord has taken shelter in the womb of Aditi. And one fine day, today is the day, Vamana Dwadashi. So the Lord decides when and where He wants to appear. He chooses the time, He chooses the place, and today is the auspicious day where the Supreme Lord appears. And the Lord appears in four-handed form. Like in 10th canto also we see Lord Krishna appeared as four-handed form. Then when Mother Devaki requested, my dear Lord, please you go to two-handed form. In the same way here also, the Supreme Lord appears as four-handed form. And how the Lord, he was having Shankha, Chakra, Gada and Padma, and he was dressed in yellow pitambari. How the Lord was looking very beautiful. Shukdev Goswami describes Shamavadato Jasaraja Kundala Tivishtollasa Shri Vadanambuja Puman. Shrivatsya Vaksha Balayanga Dollasat Kirita Kanchi Gunacharu Nupura. So, Shamavadato, how the Supreme Lord's complexion as Lord Vamana is Shamavadato. Supreme Lord is blackish. Jasa Raja Kundala. He wore the shark-shaped earring on his ears. Tvishullasat Sri Vadanam Bhuja Puman. How the Supreme Lord has a beautiful lotus-like face. Sri Vatsa Vaksha. In the chest, the Supreme Lord has Sri Lakshmi Ji. And then he is wearing beautiful bracelets. He is wearing this beautiful armlets. Kirita Kanchi. He is having a very beautiful crown on his head, a belt on his waist. He is having the sacred Brahman thread across his shoulder to the hips, and then he has beautiful ankle bells. So, very beautiful features of the Supreme Lord Vamanadev is described by Shukdev Goswami. Madhuvrata Vrata Vigushtaya Swaya Virajita Shri Vanamalaya Hari. Madhuvrata Vrata Vigushtaya Swaya. How the Supreme Lord, he was wearing this garland, and this garland was so fragrant that all the honeybee, buzz, all of them, they started buzzing in order to experience the nectar from the flowers of the garland. Prajapaterveshma tamaswarochisha vinashayan kantanivishta kaustuba. So Lord was so effulgent that the darkness that was there in Kashyapa Rishi's home, that was totally mitigated. And the Lord also wore Kaustuba gem on his neck. So everywhere, all around, the Supreme Lord has appeared. So everywhere there was happiness in all directions. All the water bodies were totally full with beautiful kinds of lotuses and all the different kinds of flowers. And all the trees were filled with varieties of flowers. And everywhere, all around, all the animals, all the human beings, all the brahmanas, all across, there was all auspiciousness. And from the higher planets, all the musical instruments were being played. The conchs will be blown, the kettle drums, the panavas, and everything. And the Gandharvas began to sing very beautifully. The Apsaras began to dance like that. So it was a joyous occasion, and all across the 14 planetary systems, there was celebration that was going on. And Aditi, she was struck with wonder when she saw the Supreme Lord appearing. And Kashyapa Muni also, when he saw their dear son, the Supreme Lord appearing, he was also very much happy. And then the Supreme Lord transformed from four-handed form to two-handed form. Like Vaman, dwarf-like, a brahmachari form, the Supreme Lord came. And at that time, as we know, when the child is born in the Vedic culture, different kinds of purificatory ceremonies from womb till tomb, at all periodic intervals, different kinds of rituals are done. When the child is in the womb, at that time only Garbhadan samskar. When the child comes out, at that time different samskars. So there are 12 to 14 samskaras that are done. So here also Kashyapa Muni and Aditi, they performed all the ritualistic purificatory rites that are needed for the sun. So at that time, different people came and gave different kinds of gifts to the Supreme Lord. Surya Dev, sun god, he came. He chanted the Gayatri mantra. Brahaspati came. He chanted he put the sacred thread. Kashyapa Muni gave a straw belt. Mother Earth, she gave deer skin. Somadev, moon god, he gave Brahma Danda, a staff. Aditi gave cloth for making kopin. Then the heavenly deity, he gave umbrella. Brahmaji gave a water pot. The seven sages, Saptarishi, they gave kusha grass. Saraswati, she gave Rudraksha beads. Kuvera gave a pot for begging alms. And Parvati, the wife of Lord Shiva, she gave the first donation or the bhiksha in the begging pot. So, like that, different people came and gave different kinds of things during the samskar that had. And immediately, without wasting a time, like you say, man on a mission. So the Supreme Lord, Vaman Dev, has appeared today on this auspicious day. And after all the rituals were being done, immediately he went to the place where Bali Maharaj was performing Ashwamedha Yajna under the direction of all the Brahmanas, the Brigu descendants, and that place is explained as Brigu Kacha. It is on the northern side of Narmada river. So there, Lord Vamandev goes to meet Bali Maharaj and is explained that Vamandev was glowing like anything. Hmm? Can we imagine the Supreme Lord? Huh? The one sun and one moon. The Supreme Lord's effulgence is compared to koti, millions and millions of suns shining simultaneously. If one sunlight is so brilliant to all of us, can we comprehend the spiritual effulgence of the Supreme Lord who is shining effulgently? Hmm? So, Lord was shining so much. Bali Maharaj and all the priests and all the assembled guests who were there, when they saw this dwarf boy, Vamana, everyone was flabbergasted. They're all thinking, my God, what is this effulgence coming from? Where? Who is this? Hmm? And everyone is asking, is this sun? Is this fire? Is he one of the four Kumaras? Who is this? Why so much of light is coming? Hmm? And then, because Brahmachari, a Brahmana has come, so a proper guest reception is being given by all the priests. Hmm? And they gave him proper guest reception. And then Bali Maharaj from his side also, he saw Vamana Dev. He also offered him a seat to sit down and he worshipped the Supreme Lord's lotus feet. Tatpada saucham janakalma shapaham sadharma vinmurdri adat sumangalam yaddeva devo girisha chandra mauli dadhara murdra pataya cha bhaktya. So Vamandev's lotus feet. Tat pada saucham jana kalma shapaham. The water that washes the Lord's lotus feet, that washes away the sinful reactions of anyone. So anyone who takes the Charnamrit, Charnamrit is nothing but every day we get to drink. The Tirtha, which Abhishek is done to the Supreme Lord. So here also the power of drinking or sprinkling the Charnamritam, all the Kalma Shapaham, all the sins are destroyed. Sadharma Vinmurdhni Adadat Sumangalam. So Bali Maharaj, he was aware of the religious principles. So therefore, Swamurdhni, Bali Maharaj placed that water on his head. Yaddeva Devo Girishas Chandra Mauli. So this water is carried by Chandra Mauli, Gangadhar, Lord Shiva. He holds the Ganges water. That is also water that has washed the Lord's feet. He is holding that water on the top of his head. And Shivji thinks that I have become all the more pure, all the more auspicious because I am holding this water washed by the Supreme Lord on my head. And then Bali Maharaj expressed his gratitude to Vaman Dev for having come here. He tells that all my forefathers are fortunate. They are all satisfied. All our dynasty, they are all become purified. My sacrifice is completed today. All my sins are destroyed because I have washed your lotus feet. And the entire earth is purified by the touch of your lotus feet. So, like this, Bali Maharaj glorifies Supreme Lord, and then finally he says, my dear Brahmachari, my dear Brahmana, you have come to me and you also have this begging bowl. So, in the Vedic culture, Brahmachari with the begging bowl under the orders of the spiritual master, he goes out and he begs alms on behalf of the Guru. Brahmachari Guru Kule Vasantam Dantam Guru Hitam. So he understood, Bali Maharaj, this principle that Brahmachari, he is begging on behalf of spiritual master. So he's asking, whatever you want, you can take from me. Please ask what you want. Do you want a cow? Do you want gold? Do you want a furnished house? Do you want palatable food? What you want? Village, elephant, horses, chariots. I can give whatever you want. So Bali Maharaj was very much proud that I am Trilokeshwar. I am the master, owner of the three worlds. Whatever you want, you can give. I can give. Ask whatever you want. So Supreme Lord detected that pride in Bali Maharaj. That acha, you think that everything belongs to you? Okay, very soon I'll show you, my dear Bali. Huh? So Lord cannot tolerate pride. Indra was also very much proud. So Lord humbled Indra. Here we see Bali Maharaj also. He says, huh? Whatever you want, ask. So Lord detected pride. So for different people, how the Supreme Lord arranges different ways to humble. Sudama Brahman was very much proud because of his poverty. I am the most poor. I am the most poor. So the Supreme Lord made him humble by giving him wealth. Here Bali Maharaj felt, I have everything. Bali Maharaj was proud, thinking that I am everything. And the Supreme Lord took away from Bali Maharaj and made him humble. So ultimately, the Lord is looking for the right kind of consciousness. Whatever we have, whether it is our wealth, whether it is the knowledge, whether it is strength, whether it is beauty, whether it is fame, whether it is renunciation, everything is coming from the Supreme Lord. As Lord tells in Bhagavad Gita, Yad Yad Vibhuti Matsatvam Srimat Urjitam Eva Va Tat Tat Eva Va Gachatvam Mama Tejamsha Sambhavat. Whatever attractiveness you see in this world, which attracts one person to another. Mama Teja Amsa. It is just a spark of my splendor, my dear Arjuna. So, whatever is there, all opulences come from the Supreme Lord. So, one should not be proud. Like yesterday, I was giving a class. There, we were discussing from the first canto, 15th chapter. The Lord, through Arjuna, when Arjuna was bringing back after the Supreme Lord left uh, this world, he was bringing the Dwarka queens. At that time, Arjuna, he was defeated by infidel coward men, and Arjuna is totally bewildered. Vanchitoham Maharaja Harinam Bandhurupina Yena me aparitam tejo Deva Vismapanam Mahat. Arjuna tells, Vanchito, I have been cheated. I have been deprived. Harina Bandhu Rupina, my friend Hari, Yena me aparitam tejo. He has left me, so all my teja, all my power has gone now. Deva Vismapanam Mahad. By looking at my power, the way I used to release my Gandiva, all the Devtas were astonished. Lord Shiva was astonished. Indra was astonished. And now Krishna has left me. All my powers have gone now. So Prabhupada writes a very beautiful line there. One should not be proud of borrowed plumes. So very powerful statement Prabhupada writes. One should not be proud of borrowed plumes. Endowment and withdrawal of powers is done by the Supreme Lord to specific people for a specific purpose. After that, he may choose to withdraw that. So therefore, one should always be grateful, and whatever skills and talents Krishna has given us, we may be a good cook, we may be a good manager, we may be a good software engineer, we may be a good dresser, whatever, thousands and thousands of skills are there. And all of us have been endowed by different kinds of skills. But if one is not grateful and realize that whatever I have, all the skills and possessions has been given by the Supreme Lord, and if we become proud, then exactly the same thing that happened with Indra, the same thing that here also we see, that the Supreme Lord taking away everything from Bali Maharaj. So here we see important lessons coming up, that how when Vamandev, he is praising Bali Maharaj, my dear Bali Maharaj, you may be very charitable, but I need only 3 pieces of land. And then very beautifully, Lord Vamandev through Bali Maharaj is teaching us the principles of satisfaction. In 2 to 3 verses, very beautifully, Vamandev tells that, my dear Bali, even all the sense objects within the world cannot satisfy a person who has uncontrolled senses. You may have the whole world under you, but if your senses are uncontrolled, you cannot be happy. So, this is the first point, that happiness not comes by accumulation. I want more, I want more, and I want more. That is what the whole world is teaching us. Ye dil mange more. That is the common saying in Hindi in the outside world. The heart is longing for more. But here, when Vamandev is speaking about the important principle of satisfaction, he speaks this. And then he tells that if I am not satisfied with 3 steps of land, I will not be satisfied even if you give me the entire 7 islands. So, therefore, one should be satisfied with whatever one achieves by one's previous karma. One who is not self controlled will not be happy even if 3 worlds are given to that person. So, very beautifully, 3 to 4 verses, Lord Vamandev speaks about the principle of satisfaction. Very nice verses and deep points for us to contemplate, because in this world we see every time this: you are not happy, you are not satisfied, do this, do that. Constantly we are being bombarded by the YouTubers, by Facebook, Instagram. But ultimately, what do we need in order to be satisfied? What do we need in order to be happy? All we need is Krishna. All we need is connection to Lord and connection with the Lord's devotees. If we have that, we'll be satisfied. Although we may not have anything material. But if we don't have Krishna and connection to Krishna's devotees, whatever we may have, we may be earning $1 lakh a month. We may have the best of the cars, the Mercedes and the limousine and the Ferrari and whatever. We may have the best of the palatial buildings as our residence. Whatever we may have, but still we cannot be happy. So therefore, these principles of satisfaction, which the Supreme Lord is teaching us through Bali Maharaj, is very important for us to read, reflect, contemplate, and try to apply. At that time, then Shukracharya, he gives 9 reasons to Bali Maharaj that don't promise, don't give your promise. This is not a Brahmana. This is the Supreme Lord who has come to cheat. And the various kinds of reasons Shukracharya gives. And then Bali Maharaj hears. And then Bali Maharaj also, in reply to Shukracharya, he also gives 9 kinds of reasons why I should give this charity. I should not refuse giving charity. He tells that I am coming from this great lineage where my grandfather is Prahlad Maharaj, who has taught me how can I not do this. Like that, very beautiful reasons he gives. And finally, Bali Maharaj gives charity to Lord Vaman Dev. And then we know in the first step, the Supreme Lord, he conquered the entire Bhumandal, the entire first Earth planet. And then in the second step, he conquered all the entire higher planetary systems. And there was no place for him to keep the third step. And at that time, Lord is telling Bali Maharaj, you promised 3 steps of land. Within 2, I have conquered everything, whatever you had. Where should I keep my third step? And then Bali Maharaj said, my dear Lord, you keep the third steps of my head. Why? Because this surrendering, the greatest, the most difficult thing to surrender is the false ego. That is the most subtlest and the most difficult to surrender. So Bali Maharaj, through surrendering is, through speaking this statement, my dear Lord, keep your leg on my head. He is telling that I want to surrender my ego. Manas deho geho jo kichu more arpilu tua pade nanda kishore. Manasa deho geho. All my mind, my body, my words, everything I surrender to the Supreme Lord. Arpilu tua pade Nanda Kishore. So Bali Maharaj is a very beautiful example of Atma Nivedanam. Someone who surrendered everything to the Supreme Lord. And what kind of challenge Bali Maharaj had to go through after this incident. Also we see different people coming, and when the Lord is arresting Bali Maharaj, and then he gives him the Sutala planet to live, and at that time different people are coming, his wife Vindyavali and all the different people are coming, and they are kind of chastising Bali Maharaj, and Bali Maharaj is like accepting everything. He's very grateful. So like that, very beautifully we see very nice points for reflection through this. But in principle, we see how the Supreme Lord, because he detected pride in Bali Maharaj, he made him humble by taking away whatever we have. So that important principle comes out, that Lord does not like pride in the hearts of his devotees, and as a matter of fact, in anyone's heart. And then when he sees that, then to his time factor, Kala Chakra, which is very powerful, he arranges different way to be humbled. Different people are humbled in different ways, huh? Like that. So we got an opportunity to meditate on Lord Vaman Dev's appearance on this most auspicious day of Lord Vaman Dev's appearance day. So we pray to the Supreme Lord that may we not be proud, may we always be humble by being grateful and taking shelter of the holy names of the Lord. Trinadapi Sunichena, Tarorapi Sahishuna, Amanina Manadena, Kirtaniya Sadahari. So when one is humble, then only one can constantly chant the holy names of the Lord. Anyone who has pride, he cannot with feeling chant the holy names of the Lord. So we pray to Lord Vaman Dev that he came to destroy this pride of Bali Maharaj. May he also remove this pride within our hearts and let us always be humble, so that in that mood of servant of the servant we can serve Srila Prabhupada, his disciples, and the other devotees, so that we can get their heartfelt blessings. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this beautiful class. First time
Thank you.
yeah, very beautiful and very, very well explained. You know,
Mm.
as one has heard about other avatars a lot. I have not heard about Vaman avatar. This is my first time, and I really
Mm.
want to thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
And Prabhuji, I had a quick question. Is you said that Sudama was proud of his poverty. I mean, that
Mm.
is little difficult to understand. Do you mind explaining?
Yeah, it's like pride can come in different ways. So, amongst all these opulences, the six opulences that is explained regarding the Supreme Lord, Bhagavan. So, in that, wealth, knowledge, strength, fame, beauty, and renunciation. So, all these six things, or one of the six things, it has a power to attract others to us. Someone is wealthy, others will get attracted. Someone is knowledgeable, other will become attracted. Strength, other will become attracted. Famous, others will become attracted. Beauty, others will become attracted. And last point is renunciation. Renunciation means this person has left everything and he is living without anything. So that is also very powerful opulence which attracts the whole world to that person. People
But
come and fall at the feet of someone who is renounced, someone who is like practically beggar. He does not have anything. Akinchana. Akinchan means one who does not have anything. But that also one can become proud. I have given up so much. I have left everything. Even a beggar is proud of his penny, as we hear many times. So it is explained that how someone, one may be renunciant, but still that can also lead one to pride. Pride can come through different ways. Huh? So I have given up everything. I have given up everything. I have given up this. I have given up that. So this pride
Prabhuji,
is the nature.
but yeah, sorry to interrupt, but Sudama didn't have anything. He didn't give up. That is my understanding.
It's like he was poor. He was like so poor and like pride of poverty. That's how the acharyas explain whether he gave up or whether he didn't have anything to give up. But principally, he was poor and he was like, I don't have anything. So there was like tinge of pride, which Prabhupada and his disciples explain that Lord detected some pride in Sudama. Hmm? Whether he gave up or he was the way he was, Lord made him like that, whatever way. But that's how the lesson that is explained in the 10th canto. And many times about Sudama's poverty and Bali Maharaj's this both are explained together. Many times we hear from spiritual masters about this.
Thank you, Prabhuji. And
Thank
Prabhuji,
you.
my one question also is that, they say that Radha and Lord Krishna are same. They are one almost, right?
Yeah.
So can you say the same thing for Goddess Lakshmi and Narayan? One, they are one.
Yeah, it's like Krishna only expands as Narayan, no? And Radharani expands as Lakshmi ji.
Yeah.
Original is Krishna who expands, and then all the Narayan forms they all come from Krishna only. Krishna to Balram, and then Balram, Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, then Narayan, like that. That's how it is explained in the this thing expansions. This thing. Yeah. So Narayan, Krishna expands as Narayan, and all the demi goddesses they are all like Lakshmi ji and all. They are coming from Srimati Radharani.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Hare Krishna. Any other questions or
Hare Krishna
comment?
Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Hari Gopal Prabhuji, for the wonderful
Hare
class. You
Krishna.
summarized so many chapters in Bhagavatam so nicely, and you touched on the
Yeah.
wonderful prayers. So,
Yes.
such an amazing class. We feel so fortunate to listen to this on this auspicious day. Thank you,
Thank
Prabhuji.
you.
So, Prabhuji, my question is, yesterday also I was trying to ask this to one Mataji. So, why is Vamana Dev not worshipped as much as Narasimha Dev in ISKCON? Because, Vamana Dev came for Bali Maharaj, delivered him, and showed us that surrender is the greatest thing. And we know surrender, Bali Maharaj is the Acharya for Atmanivedanam or surrender. And only when Arjuna surrendered, Krishna gave the message of Bhagavad Gita. So surrender is very important. But we don't have so many deities of Vamana Dev and Bali Maharaj or anything like that. And also Vamana Dev, we don't see him having consort Lakshmi. So what is the difference between Vamana Dev and Narasimha?
Yeah. So Vaman Dev mainly appeared to subdue Bali Maharaj and give back Indra the kingdom. So unlike Ram or Krishna, who enacted long leelas, we hear about their birth, their childhood pastimes, and then all the other things. Vaman avatar was short, specific, to the point. So therefore, it was for a limited time for a particular purpose. Hmm? And then we hear about Krishna and Ram and Narsimha Dev, universal protector. So he's like the Raksha. So we pray for protection. And Vaman Dev, it's like is a wandering Brahmana, Brahmachari. He can't can't connect to others very easily. But we see few temples of Vaman Dev. We see in different parts of India. In Kerala, you are from Kerala. So in
Yes,
Kerala
Prabhuji.
also there is this famous temple of Vamanamurti temple, Trikkakara. You know this place
Yes.
near Cochin?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Trikkakara Vamanamurti temple. It is considered as the famous temple of Lord Vaman. And tomorrow is Onam in Kerala. Hmm? For all the Malayalis, very special festival that we celebrate. Even I am also from Kerala only. So we celebrate in remembrance of the Supreme Lord. Then in Madhya Pradesh, there is a temple of Lord
Yes,
Vamana. There is a place known as Khajurao.
Khajuraho. Yes.
There also temple of Vamana Dev is there. In Tamil Nadu also, Tirukoilur in Villipuram, there is also temple of Vamana Dev. And then in Maharashtra, there is one place known as Bhedasa. There is also temple of Vamana Dev. Then in Kanchipuram also, there is Trivikrama temple, not exactly Vamana temple. So like that, few temples are there. And as I said, because Vamandev appeared as a brahmachari for a particular purpose, so not everyone can relate to, because there are no other specific pastimes given about Lord Vamana, or other than these specific instructions about the principles of satisfaction or how one should not be proud. So, therefore, unlike Krishna or Ram, whose from childhood onwards so many informations are there, so more people can relate appearing as a Grahastha, Krishna and Lord Ram, than someone as a brahmachari, because majority of the people in the world are Grahasthas. They can relate to Supreme Lord in more coming as a Grahastha than someone who is coming as a brahmachari. And because the avatar was for a specific purpose, because of which we see that not many things are there. Few temples and like not specific worship is there, like that.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you so much. Actually, Bali Maharaj is celebrated in Kerala for Onam. He's coming
Yeah,
back, and so everybody welcomes him. But
yeah.
we don't see Bali Maharaj
Satya.
being respected like Prahlad Maharaj at all,
Yeah, yeah,
so much. Is it because
yeah,
he's a Kripa Siddha and Prahlad is
yeah.
Nitya
Could be
Siddha and
possible.
really nice
Yeah,
devotee?
yeah, possible. We don't hear Bali Maharaj,
Yes.
but at least whenever we in Gaudiya Vaishnava theology we speak about Atma Nivedan, then we always remember Bali Maharaj,
Yes.
Atma Nivedanam. Like Parikshit Maharaj for hearing, Sukhdev Goswami for chanting. In the same way, we remember Bali Maharaj for Atma Nivedanam, like that.
Yes,
Thank
Prabhuji.
you.
Thank you so
Yashoda Vatsala Das.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much for the wonderful lecture. And I was just remembering in my childhood, on the Bali Pratipada day, during the Diwali, right? There is the first day after the Lakshmi
Yeah,
Pujanam.
yeah.
There it's called as Bali Pratipada, and my mother used to say that in Marathi, she used to say that "Ida pida jao, balicha rajya yeo."
Ah,
So
correct.
so that it was very auspicious to be under the reign of Bali, that
Yes.
a great devotee, a great donor, someone who can
Mm,
give himself to the Lord. That was
mm.
the example that everyone took ahead, and everyone was thinking like we should be part of that. Like, yeah, thank you so
Correct,
much
correct,
for that.
correct.
Yeah.
Thank you. Any other quick questions or comments anyone has?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी माँ दंड प्रणाम
Hare
की
Krishna.
श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय
Dandavat
गुरु
pranam.
महाराज की जय thank you
Yes,
for
Rupi
the wonderful
Mataji.
class, your association through this class. So
Thank you.
Atma Nivedan means that when the third step he gave himself.
Yes,
Okay,
correct. He
okay,
surrendered his ego. The most difficult to surrender. Ego. The
ego.
head represents the ego.
Yeah. So you gave a wonderful perspective today, and we always need this. How Prabhupada always explains some things by story. Like, for example, coming on my head is, a camel is doing sense gratification, and he's
Mm,
eating thorns, and his own blood he's eating through thorns, not realizing that sense
yes.
gratification does not lead us to anything. So he's just enjoying, but the thorns are, like how when people are breaking the four regulations, it's
Mm,
sinful propensities are there, but people
mm.
can't, they want to enjoy. So things like that. but I just wanted to mention a few notes. Like one is, about the question which Geeta Mataji asked. That yes, actually, the perspective you gave today is Sudama. His wife told him that he's such a good friend of yours, so
Go and ask.
go and ask him this thing. But yes, Sudama did keep an ego, and he didn't. And even he was hiding the food which is Bhabhi sent. So he and Krishna is saying, "Give it to me." He says, "No, there's nothing there. It's just chipped rice." So basically, what happens is when we, I mean, it's like even if a person can be proud of poverty, also,
Yes.
so that perspective was just wonderful. And in the morning today, while I was chanting, I was thinking today's Vamana Dev appearance day. But I was having a question in my mind that why did Vamana Dev ji appeared and asked for 3 steps? And today in your class, you said it, that it is because of that one line you mentioned when Bali said, "Oh, ask what you want, ask what you want," as if everything to him. So Dev, like our Krishna, is very tricky. Vamana Dev is very tricky. First of all, he's a dwarf, and then he's got small steps, and in those 3 steps only he covered everything.
Yeah, true.
That's amazing. Krishna's pastimes are like, sometimes you imagine such a small little dwarf. Vamana Dev came, small little steps he has, and that also is covering everything. Yeah, Krishna can do everything. Krishna can live. And so I really like that, so much insight you gave to us. This class was very, very important. And every time, we see like a pride in us, or, we are always, we have to remember this Vamana Dev story only, because I was wondering that which katha to correlate to. Which katha to correlate to. So this is the
all of us, we have different skills. We can be proud of our skills.
Yes, we can be proud of our skills too. Yeah. So if we are good in something, we should engage that in Krishna's seva. Because Krishna
with gratitude.
Sorry?
With gratitude.
With gratitude. You're right. So say I'm very good in cooking, bulk cooking, or I'm very good in organizing thing. I should use it for seva, to serve the devotee, serve the temple at least, So
yes. You are good at cooking, Mataji? Bulk cooking?
No, Prabhuji.
Example.
I said if I actually, Prabhuji,
okay.
In small quantity, but I am totally intrigued and I'm surprised and I'm amazed when I'm seeing Grasta families in America, because here, we don't have brahmacharis and all, and how in these big pots on Janmashtami, how the Mataji Prabhujis together, like husband, wife, some of them, how they are cooking. No, it's like, in fact, how they're putting the masalas, and sometimes they'll add a few other things, special masalas, and then they will add more to it just by looking at the gravy. Suppose they make paneer, and I'm just looking at it that this is not what I can do. I can do some other things, not this. Yes, if I'm told to cook for, say, max 15, 20 people, then, I mean, I can cook like that. But it's so nice that one of the couples, they learned, and they always cook so wonderfully. It's Rasa Vigra Prabhu and Shri Tulsi. They are disciples of Radhanath Maharaj, and they cook so wonderfully. Yeah, they cook so wonderfully. So, yeah.
Here we cook for 30,000 Janmashtami.
30,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
30,000 visitors. We cook for 30,000 people, Eco Village.
30,000. Wow. Okay. Here
and this time during Jagannath Puri Rath Yatra, every day from Govardhan Eco Village, there was a kitchen that was set up in Jagannath Puri. So every day, 1 lakh people cooking was done. Govardhan Anna Kshetra.
हरि बोल.
Amazing. प्रभु जी, इससे मुझे क्वेश्चन आ रहा है. I am a fan of.
Don't ask me how to cook, because I am not a cook.
You're not a cook, but मुझे question, maybe you know, because I'm sure you've taken association of Gaurang Prabhu. His name is Prabhu, right?
Yeah.
I know Radhesham Prabhu, Gaurang Prabhu. So Gaurang Prabhu is going everywhere. He went for, there was this, wo tha na, like when we had to go to
Ram, the Rani Kumbh Mela.
Kumbh Mela. Yes, Mataji. So he's cooking in these big pots and doing all this. I mean, how is he able to do that? It's amazing how he's doing this. He gives classes, he's preaching, he's cooking. So is it because of the Guru Maharaj's empowerment?
Yeah.
Especially-
Maharaj wants him to do that service. Yeah. Maharaj told him.
Okay.
That's how
Yeah.
his service in cooking started.
Yeah, because I know just
Although initially he was not interested, but Maharaj wanted him because a lot of complaints from the devotees were coming in the Radha Gopinath kitchen at one point of time.
Okay.
So he wanted that someone should do this service nicely, and he knows that if Prabhuji is put into it, then he will use his intelligence, he will create proper systems, and he will do it very nicely.
It's
So
amazing.
that's how.
He's like he's an IT person, very
Yeah.
and then he's giving classes. Like I know Radhesham Prabhu, he openly says in the classes that I cannot cook, like you said. He says that, but he gives wonderful classes and he's doing youth preaching. So how
Yeah.
wonderful movement is there where the Guru Maharajas are empowering, their disciples,
Yeah.
and with that in that empowerment, which is coming through the parampara, it's continuing. It's just all glories to Srila Prabhupada and ISKCON and this Hare Krishna movement. But thank you so much, Prabhuji, and I really liked the class today. 3-4 days
Thank you.
I was not well, and I was not able to join after Radha Ashtami. Became very late, and
Okay.
2-3 days because of sleeping late, I got a headache. I was not able to get up only. So today, after
Okay.
I joined today feeling better, and I'm so
Wow.
happy to hear, and I was happy to finish all my rounds because sometimes I'm just not able to cope up because of health. Then I have to
True.
on everything. Yeah, but thank you once again. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Anyone
Hare
else?
Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you
Dandavat
so much
Pranam.
Hare
for
Krishna.
this
Hare Krishna.
excellent class. Yeah, please go ahead, Mataji.
I have one question, Prabhu. This was on
Yeah.
my for a long time. Whenever I heard of like Lord Vaman Dev as being dwarf incarnation, was he a little boy or was he like a man who was short, or why do they call him dwarf incarnation?
Dwarf means like Batu. It is explained like like a brahmachari, like Bal brahmachari. We hear like kind of 5-6 years old. That kind of a child's image. We have seen the photos and what I have heard. Like 5-6 year old, how it is like, so that's how it is there, like a brahmachari, 5-6 year old, very sweet looking, very beautiful,
So he
and
was
Batu,
was a little boy in dwarf incarnation.
little boy like that. Yeah, 5-6 year old kind.
Not like a short man, like how we say called dwarf in America. It's not like that.
No, not like that.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna,
Yes.
Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so
Dandavat Pranam.
much for this
Thank you.
excellent class. I don't have words to explain. You explained so nicely about the appearance of Lord Vaman Dev and everything.
Because of your blessings, you gave me the topic and your blessing.
It's Guru Maharaj blessing, Prabhuji. We both have. Prabhuji, which was the village of Maharashtra you said the Vaman Dev temple has?
Vamandev temple, na?
Mm-hmm.
There is this Besar or Bedar something.
Bidar.
Is
it Bidar? Okay, Bidar. Bidar,
no, in Maharashtra, na?
Bidar is,
Vaman
I think, in
temple,
Karnataka, Prabhuji.
Pune district.
Pune district, okay.
BEDSE, Bedsa.
Bitsa, okay. We never been to there. We should go there this time.
Yeah.
It's near
So
Pune,
whenever
so
you
we
come,
can easily go. Yeah.
Yeah, Pune district, Bedsa. Next time when you come, you can maybe visit that place.
Sure. Yes. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for mentioning those temples also. And thank you, Amasi Prabhu, for this question. And Gita Mataji, Nita Mataji, Nityaradha Mataji, Rupini Padma Mataji. Thank you so much. Anybody has any question or comment? Otherwise, we can end up the call here.
And making our Vamana Dev like a real Vamana Dev appearance day. Because
Yes.
in our ISKCON, without hearing, the nahi chalega.
Yeah, true.
So
We have to
Mataji
hear
made-
about all these festivals.
Mataji and Prabhuji made it possible. Thank you once again. Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Thank you.
You all made it happen, Mataji. Everybody's hearing this Krishna Katha. Krishna.
That is our life and soul.
Yes.
Hearing and chanting. Heartbeat of ISKCON.
Yes, Prabhu. Every day we get charged, spiritual battery, our spiritual in charge.
True.
All right, so we can end up the call here. Pancha kalpatarasya kripa sindhu evacha patidana namo namaha. Anandakoti Vaishnava ki jai. Mahacharya Sri Thakur ki jai. Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagvatam ki jai. Vaman Dev appearance day ki jai. His Grace Hari Gopal Prabhu ki jai. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Bol.
Krishna. Hare Hare.
Hari Bol.